I'll just get Bray out to go see to the main show.
Nobody plays more music.
He said,
Absolutely nobody.
From Central Movie to Low Stereo. This is Freedom FM.
Mix by mix.
How can the people catch you now?
The people, before the man call me back, now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the now, around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be there and call you back again."
So that time you go to where?
I go to where?
If you for a working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now.
No, I'm not go steal. I go to. Yeah. How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, I beg you sorry.
I say,
when I call you in the night now.
When the man come in the night, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the man say you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to the.
The man say you want to give you what?
Tea. How milk tea? How milk tea?
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink
with bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of real bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now you carry that so you can go convince your friend.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going to car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep.
In the Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question. Sorry.
You can judge people that can come. Yeah.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, let's say when I move from here, I'll free. Let's say when I move from here, I'll free. You say I want to talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk to you, but you double in the question. Hi, I'm looking. Hi, you looking. Hi, looking. Then you want post another more word again. Why not belonging to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think you explain to me. Come look at you say you carry tea to the man. After you carry tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting fair. You say ask me too much question. Yeah. Hey, just me things say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, like why now?
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. That's why I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time to
explain.
Yeah,
okay.
For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your place. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you? Foolish desperate people. Talk about rescue country. So the one that couldn't even rescue himself. So when he's passing around, where were you? Raising money left and right to feed him and flying him from hospital to hospital.
When they welcome me, they say they were freedom fighters. When they welcome me, they say they were labor.
I didn't have a Saturday when I was
but when they change their mind. When they
have you heard Joseph Boga deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny him? He will never deny it because he knows this.
You freedom fighter, you
thought I was no freedom
fighter. You freedom fighter, you
Because people is spend my own money to bring you around because we thought the wrong answer they were going to live right today. I have no regret to vote against 1%. For the people that are brought to power,
When they were coming, they said they were labor. When they were coming, they said they were labor.
there's money in the country that we can make, but we don't need money from outside. But we don't want to use
What kind of people
money.
is?
We say that our law
What kind
is
of people?
we have become lawbreakers.
Freedom fighter, you brave in our
We put all the money in the country
freedom
for
fighter,
ourselves
you
and
brave
we
in our freedom fighter, you destroy our
I want to challenge some people say the money is enough. They say it's not the law. It's not the law. You want to go out. You know how people want to go out? You want to want to increase the tax. Yes, it's like a show. Then you want to go out. You cannot be the Lord that can address you, second the Lord that we pay ourselves. Then you say you want to send it up and then you waste your time. Nobody else can be what they want maybe for the reason. But what we can be what is not happening, it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when that people for their body, you can say, thank you, people. Don't look at lawyers and give me 1% of what we need.
Wani madianya warawa monyoju kwenyo. Wani madianya warawa monyoju kwenyo. Ya wana wa kurangea. Wasia wa bebia.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Liberia. And yes, indeed. What a great way. What a wonderful opportunity it feels to be back behind these microphones to engage on the issues that matter most to Liberia's growth and development. A pleasant good morning to all of you folks, just wherever you are this morning. It's a wet Wednesday morning. Of course, this is the rainy season, so this is obvious. It's obvious that you wake up to the wet morning, everywhere is wet around you, and then you begin to pray for a bit of sun, a bit of shine to dry up some of the places, especially to those of our folks residing in the wetland areas. These are very tough moments, especially in a country where the National Disaster Management Agency is dysfunctional, it has become partisan. Even relief items are given to them is partisan. Decision on these distributions are heavily partisan focused. But never give up. Keep believing. Change will come. Change will certainly come. And of course, the redemption is nearing. And yes, indeed, the Liberian people are the biggest strategists for leadership and governance decision making. No chest beating, no grandstanding, and all that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to the Liberian people deciding. And when the Liberian people have decided, that's when you see people start to chest beat, show bold. And some of those that are even crediting whatever democratic decision that the people made to their intelligence or their brilliance, the people don't even know them. They've not even seen them before. They've never interacted with them. They're so mean, selfish, and class, but yet they will credit themselves as being the sole reason for which the Liberian people made their decision. But it's good. You know, they say we not get plenty of stories. So, but the real time coming. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, just wherever you are, across our voice, to our friends, our followers, And to those of you in the diaspora, it's always a good thing to have you join us. There are too many things to talk about this morning, lots of things happening in the country. And today we are going to place the spotlight on this growing wave or the resurgence of ethnic politics, tribal bigotry in the Liberian democratic space. The danger it comes with and all of that. Like we've always told you, our purpose is to provide the necessary democratic education to guard the conscience of our people in national decision making. And we're never going to cease that. So yeah, this morning we will be assessing some political decisions that has been made and the alarm that's coming from Lofa County with regard the sectional and tribal displeasure with a host of other in Lofa County, with a host of other ethnic groups in Lofa County that feels marginalized. And it's not only limited to Lofa County. This whole idea of constructing a government based on tribal cleavages is beginning to raise some real alarm across the length and breadth of the country. In Nimba County, or the southeast part, I don't even want to say. The people are ostracized. Were we warned about this? Yes, of course. The late Councillor Charles Walker Bromsky, his recording is here. We will play it this morning. He warned us that this old man was a tribalist. And of course, Henry Costa, one of the men who is saying he takes credit for the defeat to the CDC in 2023, equally is on record, reminding us that look, Mr. Bwaka is a tribalist. And today we see the Bandi people, we see the Loma people in Lofa County are crying. The Madingo people are marginalized. Kwadu Bonipa, forget it. Nothing. And the Kwele people in Lofa are crying. The rest of the country are crying. For as long as you're not Numale, Alokende, Fire, Tamba, it becomes very difficult for you. So we're going to have a whole conversation about that this morning. But just before that, we're going to backtrack a little bit to look at what happened yesterday when the political leader of the Alternative National Congress spoke to some critical national issues and also recounted on some of the points we made yesterday with respect to the core to trigger the treasury law in the 2014 National Elections Commission or Electoral Laws of Liberia, and the ANC political leader responded. What's continued within his response, we're also seeing an account flying on the internet that which the ANC has debunked. They said no, it's part of the conspiracy, it's part of the propaganda. I told you that the Unity Party and its allies remain very vested in fighting Mr. Alexander Cummings. They hate this man. And sometimes when I'm telling you, you don't get it. But they hate this man to the teeth. I don't know why. After Cummings spent his money on these folks, the man made a radio appearance. The man said one thing. The Unity Party propaganda started flying with another thing. And some other media organization too started going around with it just to defame the man. And the man spoke about being open to collaboration, but he's not going to collaborate like what they did. They're going to do it differently this time around. And I think a caller or a commenter asked about what he's running for or something like that, and the man said, I'm running to be president. I'm not running to be vice president, which was a separate conversation. So the United Party people who are so afraid of Ellis Cummings and they hate him so much and they can destroy anybody associated with Ellis Cummings. They started peddling lies. Oh yeah, Cummings is my friend now. Yeah, that's my new friend. So I'm gonna help Cummings small. Well, help me small, take him from the prisoner bench. You know, party put Cummings on the prisoner bench. So we're gonna be helping small. Say, yeah, man, lying on Cummings, our man. Cummings no more small, but you know, yeah, but the minute to the way they can be doing it, man, yeah, we'll be helping Cummings small. Hey, the good Alex Benedict Cummings. So that's that. Plus other issues making news right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9, sticking still right here. And the big one, legitimacy crisis at the House of Representatives, as Speaker Coon was seen, regime Speaker Coon was seen furious, mad, angry, agitated, as lawmakers boycotted sitting on yesterday. The speaker had dressed up, prepared himself, and went there, and the lawmakers boycotted. There was no session. Only to realize that Tomo Fala is not in the country. So because Tomo Fala is not in the country, Kun could not assemble a quorum to do business. This is a serious matter. Very serious matter. Where is the legitimacy? So it's becoming very clear, crystal clear that Richard Nangwe Kun lacks legitimacy in the absence of a Tomo P. Fala. This is the news. What could that culminate into? Fala, they say, has the ears of the president. Richard Kun is just a man seated there. And the only value Richard Kun has is the fact, the only thing so far, Ali, he managed to knock Maka Mandela Kuba from Ali Kefe. But look, the shape and size of the conversation. My name is Abu Sharif. It's always a good thing to be here. And so we take a bash of our theme song. Once we come back, we go straight into the conversation right here on the People's Radio, Freedom 87.9.
Musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the real authority. Well, it can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stop. Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, folks, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner and sponsor of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. And in our sister Senegal, there's a very beautiful, should I say beautiful or dramatic political display? I mean, situation, theatrical display, in Senegal, Dakar. The rivalry that have emerged between long-time Buddhists. In fact, the current president of Senegal and the current speaker of the Senegalese parliament, Ousmane Sonko. In fact, Sonko was the political mentor of the president of Senegal, and you all know the story. So basically, what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to take time to help our followers to give you a whole perspective on what is, we always try helping with these different, international issues. So I'll make a summary analysis of the whole Senegalese situation for us tomorrow so that we just have a snippet understanding of what's going on in Senegal, what's the background, and, what was it possibly leading to, because just about a day or two ago, the president dissolved the government and tried to reconstitute the cabinet. The president immediately the president did that. The speaker fired that they were not going to honor that. They meaning the party, his party, because his party is the largest, is the majority party in parliament, that they were not going to honor. But it seems as though those that were appointed by Faye has reneged on accepting the position of Sonko. So Sonko has moved from what we are gathering from Senegal. Sonko has moved to what? To expel all of those that were appointed by the president to cabinet. So it's a very beautiful thing, right? So Sonko has been relying on the party's majority and the fact that he is the leader of the party, and to use the authority from the party to challenge the president's authority and legitimacy. So it worked for him at the level of the parliament when the president dismissed him as prime minister, right? The parliamentarian brought him in and they elected him as speaker. So that was a big slap in the face of the president. So it has been a very rocky road for the Senegalese president, especially during a very turbulent economic period currently in Senegal. Now, so the president probably left with no choice to change cabinet. So he made fresh appointments. And these appointments, he appointed people from within the ruling party that Sonko, also heads. Then after the appointment, Sonko came like less than a day. He said no, they will not honor it. I saw that somewhere. I said, damn, I said, this Sonko man trying to get the president hat. He may most likely, if this thing continue, a fire will be left with no alternative, probably to back down or probably resign or something will happen, something, because the guy still have like 2 years or so, all right, 2-3 years on his term, right? And this is happening. It's becoming very tough. And Tonko is a radical politician, very radical guy. If you read about him, follow him. Nah, he's a very forceful politician. Yes, Faye is a lot more moderate, liberal kind of politically going guy, and soft to the most part compared to Sonko. So, but apparently the guys who were appointed declined to honor Sonko's desire to boycott or to undermine the president's appointment. So Sonko has exhibited political power again by expelling all these people. So now the issue is the expulsion of these other people could create, kind of divide within the party that he has control over. So there's not just 1 person, 2 person, 3 person. So these people will then, when divided loyalty comes in the party now, then that will be to a certain extent good for Faye, because Faye now will start to use, no matter how it be, president or president. So Faye now will start to have people coming on his side, that will undercut the chance and authority that Sonko enjoys. Remember, Sonko enjoys this extreme authority up to when? Up to November, December, when this new government shall have completed 2 years. And after 2 years, the president has the authority in Senegal to dissolve parliament. Then all Sonko authority finish. So Faye just need to keep dragging and playing his political cards well, and he has the gavel to destroy Sonko. So those of you who are Sonko's fanatics, you just need to read a little bit about how the whole Senegalese structure looking, and you know that, Faye is a cool head, and Sonko has some degree of authority right now that he can implement, because legally the president can dissolve parliament right now. To do so, you have to consult, and it has to go through, and the president of parliament, which is Sonko now, have to in a way give approval to it, and blah blah blah. So by the time that period ends, 2 years, in 2 years time, they make him dissolve parliament, the man already got his own prime minister. So the man, prime minister can agree to make a reason to dissolve parliament. When parliament is dissolved, Sonko authority is gone. There will be fresh parliamentary election. Then the president will influence that election, the people who will come now. Then you tell me how Sonko will have a political future. It's going to be a great play in Senegal, great political play. Well, yeah, so good morning, welcome. Let's talk Liberia. And welcome our followers. This is Wisa Colley, who says, good morning, my friend and brother. Okay, God bless Liberia. Wisa says, this is Rose Quita. Rose Quita says, good morning. James Lamy, good morning, brother Abu. Estelle M. Gipley, good morning. I'm watching from Bartonsville Junction. Joe Tano Voiwolo, good morning. Freedom FM family, good job. This is Ibrahim Kildio. Good morning, Freedom FM. This is Gradu February Mountain. I'm watching from Douala St. General Market. Thanks. Honorable J.D. Williams from Johnsonville, dear sister, good morning. Amos D. Bai says, good morning, Freedom family. Dix Belete is watching, says, good morning, my brother. Good morning, Dix. This is Adam Washington. Adam says, good morning, brother Abu. Thanks. Thank you so much for the great job. Only God will pay you and your family. Thanks a lot. Henry Tito Jr. says, good morning, my Freedom FM family. I'm following you up from my resident in Upper Cardwell. Thanks for the information to our country, Mama Liberia. A.S. Sinel Dagose Mega says, I'm following from Dambala Town, Papa District, Grand County. Good morning, Abu Sharif. I'm following from Kakata, Magibi County. That's Koboy Wither. You have who else? You have Yeye Gibson. Good morning, Freedom Family. I'm watching from Hotel Africa. Right. Let's bring you more. This is Pablo Classic, Martin Z, Dwayne, G, Kofi Ganga is also joining from the EBK Barracks area. James John Kekula Sumo says, good morning. Peter Kofa, you have what? I mean, yes, more and more people coming. This is Jaramel Tokpate, right? Zize Community Area, Venita Junior Bar, Hilton Wulajedo from Greenville, Sano County, William W. Wulu, the spokesperson of the civil rights movement. He's the official spokesperson. He's also part of this new group, Citizen. Mama, Edmund, you need to help me with that group name. I know for justice, Citizen Movement for Justice, or whatever. I try to familiarize myself with your organization name, but it's a good thing. Clarence Dwyer is joining as well. Emmanuel Bro, Minneapolis. Thanks so kindly. Mark Kura from Ganta, my friend and brother. Mark, he asked for my number, but then I couldn't put my number on Facebook. So basically, I confirmed your friend request so we can interact. This is Amara Jala Kamara, Agatha Glasgow, you have MB, you have Philip P. Blamo, you have Abraham and Anderson, Alexander Williams, who else? Clarence Colino, you have Lucia Laki, Philip Tar, right? Let's see. When more and more people keep coming and the thoughts are flowing, keep sharing the show, kindly help us share the show, let it go viral, like the content creators will say, let it go virus. Yeah, my man, the other content creator get a win Ghana to the museum, right? And could not pronounce Kwame Nkrumah, and he had to be like struggling. And I'm like, but what kind of high school the kid went to? And they didn't read, African history. Okay. Benjamin O.T. Nima, you have Junje Onwe, Philip Tar again, Moses, Dennis, Jeremy Collar, right? Jeremy Collar. Let's do a few more. Suleiman Fofana, you have Jokope, Abraham Victor, MacArthur D. Tier, Victoria S. Zizi, Brabi Mba, right? Brabi Mba, Samuka Kuma, Setu B. Jabo, Alex Zingbenku, and Darius NC Tokai. All of those watching, joining, contributing, and following the conversation via our social media. Keep dropping your comments and reactions to these and other issues we have on the show this morning for you. But just quickly, okay, let's do a little in-house quickly. These are very interesting things. So the headlines are out this morning. Variety has interested me a lot. I told you that this government is a scam government. They create hypes and they put you under the impression. They make you feel like they're working, but technically, when you assess and critically assess, they're doing absolutely nothing. Mind you, now, in few counties, Bonk, Grand Bassa, Magibi counties, right? The government in their development budget, they said in 2025, they're going to spend a total of $25.9 million towards county development programs in those 3 counties, right? So NEMO did a report. NEMO, Eddie Dawolo did a report, a local government assessment report, right? And NEMO found out that 85% of that money, there were 85% shortfall in the disbursement or the execution of that money for those counties. So you put the counties and the people in the county under the impression. So those of the citizens in those counties that are only interested in literature, they will see the literature, but then you don't see the actuality. So this is a literature government. They write nice literatures, they pass it around, they fly around, you see it. And I can see the children trying to do all kinds of social media things. So when you see the prophet say, you see the prophet now put the money, you come and do them. But then when you go actually to assess and see what happens, so, but that is not the most interesting part about this, right? And the most revealing part. What is even more revealing and disgustingly disgraceful for the government in this is that when you create a 25.9 million impression in the minds of the people, three respected counties in the country, to only realize that of that money, only $2.9 million was allotted. Allotted. When you make the allotment. So only $2.9 million was given in the direction of that. So if you break that money down for the whole year, for the whole 2025, so only $2.9 million for Bassa, Mangibi, and Bong, say for development. So you can imagine the road issue in Bassa, the water issue there, the current issue there, the hospital issue there, the school issue there, and you put that one to Bong County, you put it to Mangibi, and you see, this is peanut. Most of that money, they share on salaries, operation, blah, blah, blah. So when you enter this country, there is no actual work. But every time the government has preparation or budget to make, they will put big figure in front of the county. And then to deceive you. And then when you say, oh yeah, the government come and do work. But then when the year ends, the outturn report shows dismal abandonment and neglect of those commitments. So whenever you give yourself to people free of charge, they take you for food. And that's what United Party will keep doing to you, the Liberian people. Because you keep, making it to look like as if to say, United Party can just do anything and go free with it. So that is that for you. And then we come to another point. That is with our legislature. And whether you agree or not, from the day Funatikofa left, unceremoniously vacated the speakership of the House of Representatives, the 55th legislature, that body has not seen any kind of structural leadership or any execution of its function in a responsible manner where the country, you see that there is a functional, right? There is an efficient legislature here, especially the House. The House has been operating in a zigzag manner. First of all, the only time they have actually, most times, gotten quorum is when they have most likely controversial issues to deal with. Maybe expulsion issues or taking a decision on some financial instruments or some contracting or something like that. But other matters that are way more important and about the country on different issues, the House has struggled to obtain quorum. And this is generally or partly due to leadership, right? So whispers we're hearing from the corridors of the House and around the place is that, look, Mr. Kuhn is seated in the seat, but based on the way he became speaker, a lot of the people are only acting because, there is some degree of cohesion and all of that, but people really do not see leadership through Kuhn. And I'm just giving you an interpretation for you to wrap your head around, right? If we should count the number of days that these people are supposed to be in session, Tuesday, Thursday, and you count the number of days that actual quorum was, achieved and session went on, business went on, right? You will see that significantly. If the number of time that they have not had session is not more, or it will be very close to each other. It will be very close to each other. So that means there's a leadership problem in the house. And then most of the time that they have achieved quorum has got to be times where Deputy Speaker Fala is in. For example, if Fala decides to stay away, sometimes most people don't attend. Right? So Fala has demonstrated clearly that he controls that place. Let's see, for example, the program he had. You see the number of representatives that he was able to move over. So it's a challenge to Richard Kuhn. Can Richard Kuhn organize any kind of program, right, to galvanize that number of lawmakers to his side? Most likely, it's not possible. Chances are not there. The horse is divided. Loyalty is being reposed in Fala. Fala is being seen as the vehicle through which you can get to the presidency at the level of the House. And most of these lawmakers are interested in the re-election and they want support. So they want to be in good relationship with the executive, particularly the president. So the president will see them as being supportive of his agenda if they are seen lined up behind Tomo Fala and not Richard Kuhn. You understand? So Richard Kuhn is losing it. But he's basing himself with this whole Mandela Cooper thing, passing around, matching colors, and doing all kinds of things. And Fala has been there undercutting his legitimacy, undercutting his authority. And this is where we are. So yesterday, it's reported that Fala is now in the country, and Richard Kuhn had gone there to conduct session, and the house was virtually empty. And Richard Kuhn burst into an empty chamber. Empty. Nobody. Even his quote-unquote loyalists of the past, the James Colette, the Fode Famule, the guy from Maryland, Boffa Timber District, I call him, Williams, right? All of them, these boys that were there all over the place, power has gone. You understand? So this is what is going on at the place there. So Kuhn became very angry. And Kuhn conducted an interview. Kuhn said, look, this thing I'm seeing, if it continues, I will cut people's salary. And legislative politics is a lot different from executive politics, where all the powers are vested in the head. At the level of the legislature, power is shared equally. You're just the privileged one. But look, people, the power is shared equally in ways that you can feel so extremely, authoritative or in charge of it all, and you want to be sounding somehow. And power is determined by numbers. The number of people that you can move, that one you can stand on to be talking. So first of all, it is me argue that utterance by Kuhn, that comment Kuhn made, could most likely run him into more trouble, especially threatening his colleagues, his co-equals, independent people, especially threatening them that he will cut their salaries, he will cut their pay. And all of us saying, oh, well, the mayor, first of all, he has been suspending people, and people have not felt so good about that. So they're keeping all these things gradually. They're keeping all these things in their closet. And then he has moved now to threaten the salary of his colleagues. So could this end well for Richard Kuhn? First of all, the people in trust you that you can open any door with the president for them. The people have already seen that power, that authority lies with the deputy speaker. And that's why when the deputy speaker put up a resolution and say, oh, I'm looking for people to go and endorse the president re-election, all the lawmakers run there. All the lawmakers, 30, some more of them running there. And you are sitting in the cold. You call yourself speaker. They may say, let me get dappy. I just lead a scene, small and see what are they making stand on your own. They may lead a scene for one day for you to stand on your own, you're not able. Then you vet. You storm me out of the play, you vet, you knocking things down, you talking all kind of things, you vet. You say, in fact, you come and start cutting the people's salary. The person say, oh, come and call our salary. We're already managing with you, then you say, come and call our salary. Okay. You'll go do your spouse thing somewhere. But you listen to the man who they go move. Some people go.
If they continue this path, we'll start going to the salary deduction for some reason for not being able to do that very job on time. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So we want to send a message to leadership. Leadership will take the precise measure on those members that are always absent.
Is it that you're losing control over your members?
No, not at all.
Having a hearing to constitutional mandate. Having a hearing to constitutional mandate. What message are you sending to members of the Honorable House of Representatives moving forward?
For that, they just caution. I just want to let them know that if they continue this path, we'll start going to the salary deduction for some reason for not being able to do that.
Your authority is not exclusive. You don't have an exclusive authority. You got to be sounding like that. No. First of all, you have to do self-assessment. Why in no time you're losing the power? Your voice is not strong. Your presence is not sufficient enough to encourage your colleagues to come in time for session. And most of them were in their offices. Right? Most of them were in their offices. They were communicating something. And instead of the speaker going quietly in your office to think through it and try to unpack what is going on, he stood up before the cameras and sent out additional threat to the people. What do you think could happen to Kun in the coming days? Even if nothing happened to him. But for a speaker to be existing on borrowed legitimacy is a problem. Right? That means the speaker loses his voice. That means the speaker loses the kind of energy you expect from a real speaker. We're in trouble. A serious issue. This is alarming. Right? This is extremely alarming for the speaker of the country.
So we want to send a message to leadership. Leadership will take the precise measure on those members that are always absent.
What kind of leadership? Even leadership say absent. Even leadership, everybody asking, and man, when you're going, everybody playing, see the playing, everybody slam the door. You know, angry, yeah, mama, his voice was loud in the corridors. And everybody, reporters, visitors, and everybody in the place knew that something was going on. And this is going to take us to our next conversation. When people do that, let's hear what's your thought. You see, the process by which Richard Kun became speaker, we knew that it wasn't, it wasn't proper. Because it wasn't proper, it did not allow the individuals, lawmakers, the opportunity to assess his skills and his capacity to provide real-time leadership. So it wasn't actually about that, but it was primarily about all of the inducements and different other factors that were interplaying, the political arm twisting and all of that were going on. President calling for meeting with the people. So people were not looking at this man as to whether he has the dexterity to deliver, but rather they were judging, they were agreeing with the man based on the meeting they were having with the president, the assurances the president was giving them. And today, you have it, a looming crisis. So we have a de facto speaker in the deputy speaker. There is also another side, another group of people who do not believe and respect the deputy speaker himself too, because people are of this opinion that the deputy speaker, based on the way he carries himself and all of that, believe that it may, and you know, yeah, but that's what it is. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. You will be your interpretation. You may have your own interpretation of what happened yesterday, but I think this is a shameful display on the part of the speaker that in no time he has lacked the capacity to convene a quorum. This is the quorum conundrum. A struggle to get quorum in his pursuit for leadership, and he's struggling now to maintain quorum. What could that end up to? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
David King, and I saw you this morning on the Ramapia.
Go ahead.
I am the National Vice Chair for Opposition and Concerned Representative.
Okay, Concerned Librarian for Justice. Okay, go ahead.
If you live by the soul, you will also die by the sword. Making number 4 key to that leadership, I'm very consistent. You and I know making number 4 does not have that charisma to be a leader for the future.
But why you think the lawmakers will be boycotting, session on Richard Kun now? What do you think?
They are seeing the integrity of Richard, and because Richard Kun is very much intense.
You think it's because of ineptitude or they have other engagements?
If Richard Kun does not conduct himself
Mama, I don't know what kind of hole you can go in. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu, and good morning to the peace loving people of Baby County.
Go ahead.
Abu, this is Tommy Nimel Rabba. I do join you for my free president.
Yeah, Rabba, go ahead.
Abu, I think there is this because your father is difficult because the fact they may not get leadership star. Because as a leader, you cannot threaten your friend because you're not for possession. It's true.
The man been taking other people's salary, he's suspending people 6 months, taking the people's salaries and doing all kinds of things.
Why you doing? We don't do that. Other than they are equal, they are elected to go represent their people. At least they couldn't dare to at least provide his friends, his colleagues. But now equally so to go and step up with his friends because they don't go for protection.
So you think that some other reason the people trying to turn their back on him?
Yes, but that's the reason because he big and choose in a house. So at the end of the day, so my friend, they don't want to go to session and they have the right. But you cannot tell us that you go and then deduct money on a friend's salary. Why are you doing it? Joking? Because
you think Roger Kun can do that? You think the lawmakers will sit down and watch him cut their salary?
He can do that. When you do that, it will go against it.
But he is the speaker. He spoke in his capacity as a speaker. He said he will cut people's salary.
Why you doing it? He's ignorant. He's doing it ignorant because the fact he has no right of taking cutting a friend's salary because when you do that.
Remember the man is in good book with the executive. The man can just read the finance minister, and the finance minister was
Abu, he will do that, but tomorrow he will hunt him. When he do that, he will hunt him.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Yeah, I just called to let that so-called speaker know that the return of Thomas Salah is going to kick him out. Nothing else. That's the block for that house. Trust me, the return of Thomas Salah, they kicking out of that speaker.
Okay.
My word and say this number, you call me back and tell me.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. Now let me tell everyone your line. Thank you for your number.
Go ahead, General.
Thank you.
How you get my number? I'm a concerned.
Oh, I am concerned. No, all want to war. So now let me tell everyone. So I have issues. Set it off, but if you lack leadership ability, what can happen?
You think that leadership ability, man?
No, you don't get it. The one you get is paying that more money. Get it? Ain't there? And you get for leadership.
The whole place was empty. All the seats were empty. Everybody outside. The men entering your bed.
What is that, Abu? When you're moving so far, they get you the money. You're saying that. My son, Luther Collins, you reported the case. Reported the case because the money was behind. He Tifa. Now the money not coming no more. What people salary? When the immigration was long ago, he not getting money yet. He got just to our destiny. He got the chef voice. Are you telling me? You put a foot on what they see, but you suppress it in our. You do that whole after for year is fast. A year is fast, bedroom there. A year is fast, bedroom. If you stop on my smile, I love you. I don't talk with nobody. No, but I'll tell your bedroom. I'm working with you. It's not your children. And you're controlling the remote control.
But the man say he's a speaker. The man say he's a speaker. If they do it again, he'll cut their salary.
Okay, then you go and watch that. And I regime for work, I regime speaker. And you go ahead and do it. All the power will be yesterday. How you have one job, you say you have for the night. Today, what happened? What behind you? So that's why I leave behind you. Because they're wickedness, they're wicked too. You don't let you have any. And the thing that doing so they go out after people. Make the let you get a door and you might not want you on there. The thing for people will remove my order. So leave it. You say Martin said on the platform. You cannot be removed because for the time they say, what you do, you do. You want to be careful. That's you in the mind. So then we'll get up for the order to say. So I don't want to get to say, oh, but that kind of way I will call a salary. You can't go everything. That's that angle place. What if the girl and put it in the side of people? Or you can't say, my brother, you will go out. You're a thief. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. They say Richard Kuhn's failure to reconcile the House after that prolonged period of leadership crisis is also a serious problem in the House. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Abu. And let me say good morning to your audience. My name is Eugene S. Jobo Jr.
The men are speaker, they can speak to some people, you can talk to some people and all that. Go ahead, Eugene.
Yeah, so Abu, I still to be corrected on this, but I think I'm right. Since 2006, in the House of Political Fund at the National Legislature, or even at the lower house, I have never experienced the issue of no quorum in the House of Political Fund. Where you have
you mean on a normal day, then there is no quorum and people are boycotting? Yeah, it's alarming actually.
It is alarming, and I think Speaker Kuhn need to take you need to take care of that. But besides that, Abu, I listened to the speaker for the speaker to you will actually say he will deduct his salary. It kind of tells me that all the time the speaker speak at the house. He learning nothing of legislative politics. But like you said, everything is about number. So if you can be the speaker, if you don't have that number, all your actions, all your
once you get number behind you, you get no power anymore. Your power that number.
And for me, what we getting, I hope it is not true. But what we hearing in the political corridor, it may not be good for the speaker. And I hope you. So
what kind of corridor you in? What are you hearing now? You say now wait to your house. You say you're hearing something from corridor.
Abu, we have friends. We have friends as lawmakers. We have friends as COS, and we are hearing many things. And the speaker need to be careful. But it often said that do unto us, and you want them to do unto you. So the speaker who fought his colleague to remove him. So I don't believe the speaker will end the scenes here as speaker. I don't believe that. And these are we hearing in the political corridor of the National Legislature.
Okay. The too many the last way it can be interpreted that a scene of drama, the political theater was very charged. Good morning. I come in, let me put you on speaker. Good morning. Go ahead.
Abu, you know, the thing I'm mocking the people go down with the devil. So how the devil made it, they will be dropping one by one until they will lead the they will get break on the
Nana Deo Bene, Nana Deo Bene, the speaker, you get people behind him. I want a serious thing, you know, the speaker, you get people behind, I mean, come and lose a job.
I say, Abu, the people with the devil, God show them that he get more than the devil. He will create everything, including the devil. So all the people, all with the sedition, we must just be preparing to go get our vote for just man area. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Edmond Carr.
Yeah, man.
Good morning.
Thank you. Yeah. And the group is concerned Liberian for justice.
Yeah. I got
concerned Liberian for justice. Yeah. And, you know, the speaker is in trouble. And the way he spoke yesterday, anybody could detect that he was he spoke from the background of anger.
Maybe panic, you know, shocked to see the reality before him like that, you know, he entered the place because apparently he had no idea that was going to happen, and then he went there, and then the reality he saw shocked him, and then he had to get that knee-jerk reaction that will cut the people's salary, the container that will cut the salary.
He is creating problem for himself. How you sit in the house, your colleague's son will get their county development fund, and son will not get it. They are complaining on it over and over, thinking that you will continue to use every hand to suppress them. Even the setting fee that they will call, they setting the extra setting that will be called. Some people will receive setting amount, and some people will not receive the actual amount. So all of these things that are going on in the house, Richard lack of leadership, is creating problem for him because as Richard Reddit was on top of his game, that press conference yesterday, that is that he had with the journalist yesterday, he could have allowed some of his media people to just do that. Then when anything come out, you start getting some bad line, you can go by your repair, you know, the damage. But for himself, to put himself in from yesterday, just spoke loosely, you know, cutting salary. You know what you're talking about? Because the problem there is that the problem is already created. It's not you talking about solving it, trying to solve it, then you want to add more injury to what you already have. So how do you do that? And the whole thing about some information is that he actually knew that was going to happen because he started calling. He started calling somebody, calling president in office, to know why of the president they are not on the ground of capital building. Okay, he know what is going on.
I think it was last week or so. I'm not cutting you off. Journalists reported the entire place was empty. The entire place was empty. I think it was Hot FM. The guy went out there, he started doing video. It was it had past session time and there was no vehicle and everybody. So those were the small signs that people started showing that no, Richard Kuntam is up.
Mind you, this president, he care. Once his interest, he go after his interest. And this was supposed to signal some sign to Rachel when you saw the president and Fala together doing his Nemo launch, and he is telling
the president broke cola. The president broke cola with the man, get a man gown and everything.
You know. And in fact, I got 49 now behind me. They are saying they support you. Then he said, what Richard saying too now? So, you know, but if I will see more of these, because the guys are only together, and you try to be dramatic on what he was saying about their actual gathering. The actual gathering, you will see them come together, then that means small thing we will have to come, we have to pass on here, they got to do this small thing, then you see them come together, they appear as if they are holding together. That is the only time you will see them coming together. But that, everybody are just doing their own thing, and Richard is just sitting there calling himself Speaker of Bob. He created the problem and let him solve it. We wish him well.
Okay, thank you very much. So Hussein has been dyingly missing the show. So, but you have to apologize, Hussein. So let's hear you. Morning, you have to apologize, and then you'll be allowed to continue. Go ahead.
Let me say good morning to you.
So you have to apologize for all your previous actions. Then you'll be allowed to continue, or else you go back in your barn.
So I know there's nothing wrong unless we have.
You have to apologize for all your previous actions. Then we can continue from there.
But the action was additional, so I would even know that I did something.
Okay,
right?
okay. So you're not ready yet, my man. So bye bye. When you ready, you come.
So okay. So whatever that happened in the past, actions and actions, we know in the standard of radio, we want to say we remain a friend of Freedom FM. Will continue to follow. So whatever we have said on the radio maybe is unpleasant to the ears of the listeners. We want to say moving forward, we watch our thoughts.
You not apologize. You not say sorry yet. You gotta say we want to apologize for whatever we might have said that did not go down well with our listeners, and of course the standard of the show. So we apologize.
Yeah, okay, so my I said it already. So my apologies to those who followed the show. So
yeah, you gotta promise that you'll be a good man. You live in accordance with the ethics of this show. You gotta say that one, my man.
We will definitely we will.
No, but say it for yourself.
No, but there's an ethics and policy of the radio that which of course you choose to govern the show with. So we live in accordance with your policies and ethics.
Okay.
Let's move forward.
Go ahead.
Yes. So I thought to call to make an input on this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Many days I listen and choose now to actually call.
No, that's not your own. But I don't say you choose how to call. You use a call, but I used to pick up your call. Be a more.
So Abu, more seriously, the issue of Speaker Kun. Fortunately, actually, to this member of Honorable Canon Media Team.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been around the legislature for quite a long. So the guys are not pleased with Speaker Kun's leadership.
Okay.
I think you got some excessive from our previous stand on Speaker Kun as a speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I told my friends.
So you're saying this? You're saying this as a member of Honorable Sekou Kanen's media team?
No, I speak in my capacity as Hussein.
Yeah. But you are privileged to an extent. So I mean, you're in that cycle. Right. Honorable Kanen is the chair on the executive. It's a very powerful leadership role in the house. And being privileged on that media team, you hear things that ordinarily people will not hear. So you want to agree that Kun leadership is in some sort of trouble.
So from the previous time, I've been one of those persons from the United Party angle that I disagree with most. I think on your show and on other show, but he does not come with that leadership, speakership. I know him. I used to live in Israel. So I know him very well. We have interacted. No, what it takes to be a speaker or 73 members of that House of Representatives is not a Speaker Kun. It's not. No, the guys who always have issues, especially when it comes to chairing. That's one of the major things I would have brought Speaker down over the period.
When it comes to what?
Committee to chair the different committee in the House.
Okay. Leadership structuring.
Of course. So, say for example, look at Representative Kane. He's a master degree holder in accounting. The man who served as the current chair on Waste and Finance, I don't know his education background. He got no qualification as compared to Honorable Kane.
So what is Honorable Kane not happy with chair on executive? He wants to be Waste and Means.
So I can speak for him.
No. For example, but using him as an example now, so we can talk about it.
For example,
so he's misplacing people.
Say for example, Abu. Say for example, Dixon Sibo.
Okay.
This was a senior accountant, right? It's an accountant that I know. So you always have the disagreements when it comes to leadership in the house. And in all fairness, I told my friends in the United Party, that's why we have not gone on the issue of Speaker Kun. For the day of the speakership, I told them I don't support him. Why it takes to come to the speakership? He doesn't have that leadership. You got to go far beyond.
So what do you make of the boycott on yesterday?
About that mayor, I seen it in the long run. He will be a former.
Wow.
Definitely will.
So you think he has already lost his ground, or he's losing the ground?
Abu, I can say what I know, that the guys are not pleased with the leadership of people. No, they are not. Even on the angle of our party, they are not pleased with speakership. But the decision is left with the lawmaker. We don't have the right. They have that right to remove their own speaker. So they were good about it. But what I know, they are not pleased with the leadership.
Okay, Hussein. Thank you very much. Well, Hussein is a UP guy, and you know, he used to be with this main party, but he moved to UP now because UP in power. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
Okay. Abu, this that man, Nanitin do to Kufa, they do to Yakapaliba. They will call after him, they will not remain free. And every day will pray special Kufa. I disgrace army. They disgrace all couple army. It will be big. They just are beginning, Abu. They just are beginning. And fighting to go by army. They say to go to different places. He will say America stay on it. He will not win the show. That means he will be disgraced in that way. The disgrace and the come on, friend. He will get big money around the army.
So you think that speaker you think that speaker Kofa swear behind him, man?
The way swearing now, the way getting a like in the house,
okay,
and how he getting a like in the country. All the men disgrace their friend. It's cash upon cash. They will go down and reject and I reject them. Reject them will not go free. When we are Muslim, we will not do nothing for him. We will continue praying. We pray against him. That particular man. The way he disgrace their friend. He came machine. He tell a friend. He came to Jay. You have to move over. Billions of dollars. You say that. Then you got to move your care. Billions of dollars. All the money can go to the hospital. They won't die into the injection. Don't die into JFK. No pay. What you can you say that? No power water. No nothing in the education.
No medicine to redemption. No hospital bed to redemption.
Yeah. Still got that power in the house. But yeah, they get direction in the country. But they will see it.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah. Oh, God, thank you today, Jerry. Yeah, Abu, it is Mama recording from 5th Street, Concord.
Mama, go ahead.
Yeah, Abu. What happened yesterday can still happen today. When anything you do to somebody, it will work against you no matter how you think you do it. Even if you do that job, it was still going to work on because what he did to the past, all the country at hostage, it will work against it, and it is going to be more than Kofa. You know what I mean? They make it talk that so say if they get the power and the authority gets understand. If you say God that we never went to school for you, we say you are one children, we say you are to school, and you are alive to know what's moving from back. God, thank you. God, thank you. And you said something yesterday, and that thing is in my mind. You said that no matter, citizens don't have to go in the street to protest. It says, God, use your radio, use your phone, use your Facebook, and it's working here, Abu.
Yeah, it's working.
It's working. Citizens are getting in the street, but it's working. And you want to do that a modern protest. Thank you for the talking in doing my son.
Thank
that
you.
day when you came for the program, I was trying to get to you. I don't want to say that to the phone.
Oh,
but
okay.
I couldn't get to you, yes. I was trying to get to you to get your number.
Yeah.
Thank you for your hard work.
All right, man.
But
Thank
guess
you.
what now? I'm going to looking for something like huge. That's the labor can be talking about.
Look at
Thank you. I swear, I will not grab you to see. When they would have met, I can be talking. I'm going to see you now 1 week now.
Yeah, look at. Hey, God, they want to bother you about it. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Abu, I'm Peter David Council. I come from another street outstanding member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice.
Go ahead.
You know, Abu,
They are group are getting bigger because people coming from all over.
Absolutely, and we are very much sophisticated intellectually and educationally. Abu, you know what is unfolding at the house of legislature, and for us, is that surprising to us because when you look at the entire government coming down to radio, you get to understand that they are faced with serious leadership deficit.
No, but this is to say that the speaker is in some degree of trouble. He has lost grip. I mean, the people who boycotted and went to RLJ, they are all saying that they may lack leadership capacity. They can't sit and honor him anymore.
Absolutely, the guy when it comes to leadership, he's very much weak, and that is the result that we are getting today. Can you imagine? This is the first time since Liberia and declare herself as an independent state to have 15 out of 73 lawmakers, 58 absence. It's a serious situation that every Liberian really need to focus on it, and that it's troubling for our society. We the entire and the House of Representatives are totally collapsed, and those are the people representatives. If they lost confidence in you, it means the entire country has lost confidence in you, Richie Boone, and he does not even realize that. Yesterday, and I heard him say, people say, who are you? What capacity?
No. The man is the speaker. The man is the speaker. The man say if the guys continue like that, he will cut their salary, deduct their salary.
He doesn't have the constitutional authority. The first thing, you don't have the capacity to control what called the quorum. And you cannot control, and you cannot get quorum. What makes you to be a speaker? You are not a speaker. So I don't know if what I really realize this.
No, but if this repeats itself on Thursday, then that means there's a serious trouble. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Abu, my name is Ishmael Omar, and I'm calling this morning from Gainesville. Let me appreciate you for the program this morning. But what happened is that there have been creeping classes in the Capitol Hill, right?
There's what kind of classes?
Yeah, there have been creeping classes on Capitol Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, they have been creeping. But yesterday, the spotlight, came to the public there. So it's that the thing is that this regime speaker, he actually lost the morale among his colleagues, and it is important that we should follow and continue to follow the situation on Capitol Hill. But some callers have already said it. Very soon, we should be expecting to see Richard Nameko as the former speaker. Because what we are gathering is that the police are actually disenchanted on several grounds. For instance, the extra sitting the jail they won't go pick and choose. Some of the lawmakers did not receive what they were to get as package, and some people got her.
Oh, really?
Yes, these are some information we are gathering. Some lawmakers did not receive at all, some got her. And so these are things that are creating disenchantment among lawmakers on Capitol Hill. So Richard Nameko is actually losing his ground because he has failed since the removal of Kofa. He has actually failed to reconcile the House. So on this ground, what we are sensing is that the entire 73 lawmakers or the remaining 72 lawmakers, their understanding right now is that we made some mistakes and we have to come back to recollect and see how best we can be able to correct our mistakes. What we are sensing, what we are gathering is that they are even missing Kofa. So very, very soon, if this regime speaker is not careful to go back to a president who made him a speaker, to see how better they can be able to re-rally a coalition to work together by going to the finance minister to see as to how they can be able to settle the gap, the financial gap that they have created among the lawmakers, wherein what belongs to them has not been given to them. If they can settle it, we can see him becoming a former speaker. And if this is not taken seriously, then we can watch the show
Okay, no, we're not at that point yet, right? Let's talk about what is happening. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Ego, I will be white man no more here.
Morning.
No way I can't get
morning. That plenty phones together, so we can be picking between the phones.
Yeah, this is man. Calling from the old room.
Go ahead.
Abu, why they want to say, but my money have plenty. You see, everything is so horrific. But as long any leader, the leadership controlling people, the first thing here for your people that honor you, the county development fund and
district, even the district development fund denying other lawmakers the district funds.
When you care for your people, always financially, for their interest and keep friends, let all of them be satisfied. You that leader, they will always run behind you. But if you don't, you are selected.
Oh, Mandela, okay, been what you talk about Fini now. So, okay, good morning. Morning.
This is from
go ahead.
Concerning the speaker of those are things that you won't check, and then you still go concerning for what you found it. When he gave you leadership, you have to respect the people. And only the way he was speaking, the people living in his backyard.
Your co-equals, your continue. There's a warning to you. We'll consider cutting your salary and all that.
Yeah, the man was speaking like, the budget in your control is for him, and he puts nothing. You know, it's unfortunate this guy who came to farm with his life, even to up to their head. They are so arrogant. They are arrogant. The arrogant we are speaking to your police. And the same people you went, you know, with you speak up.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Mike, my man, you out of the country, my man.
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay, welcome.
Thank you, Abu. Thanks for having me on your platform.
Mm.
It has been quite a while. I've not participated on your platform, but it's good to be back anyway.
Thank you.
But Abu, let me appreciate you for the conversation and talking about the speakership, the drama at the House of the Representative. It's quite interesting. Abu, when you ascend to power in a clandestine way, you will have to descend in the same clandestine way. And that is the case of Speaker Rachel Coon. Rachel Coon has or is losing the seat of power and the gavel of authority. We have seen this. I think last week, one of these media outlets posted that the entire sitting was the entire House of Representatives was empty.
The parking lot. They were showing the parking lot. No vehicles were there.
Absolutely empty. No vehicles. So these are sounds and symptoms to tell you that this man, from the day he announced himself as the regime speaker, some of his friends lost authority and trust in him. Because we cannot fight for you, and you come here, you say you're regime speaker. Some of them who voted him or who fought for him wasn't United Partisan. They came from different political institutions. But you announce that you are regime speaker, and you are proofing them into their faces. Because some of them have not gotten their extra sitting money. Some of them have not gotten their district development money, and you still stepping on it. So this is a case that we have to watch for. Speaker Coon, he's going to be a former speaker in the coming days or months, and I can tell you for sure he's losing the seat of power, the gavel of authority.
He must be going through a lot right now, so that pressure is on him, and then countrymen is also giving hell in District 11. All of that, I think it's too much to carry.
So he's traumatized. He's traumatized, and he has no right to cut off his 40 salary. The only reason why he sits at that seat is the privilege he got. But the both of them are on the same level. He's only speaker. So you can't have the you do not have the constitution.
Yeah, but he said because he's speaker, he's going to ensure that leadership will take the decision to cut their salary if they continue in this light.
Can you hear me? Yeah, but the leadership who will convene to have quorum to cut these people's salary, he don't have them. Wow. He don't have them. Where is the man on Ways and Means? All these people were not sitting in session yesterday. So that tells you there is a serious plot against the man. So the man will be booted out.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Let me hear from my brother, Robert Pakoya, and then we'll take 2 more calls and transition to something else. Robert, go ahead. What do you think?
Good morning, my dear brother. How are you, my best?
Morning.
How our family?
Yeah, beautiful. We're doing good.
You know when I say our family, you know you and myself, we're from Bon County, so I attached to you.
Exactly.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. You know, why people are making palaver with the speaker? For me, I've taken different trends. If the leaders of the country does not know how to do anything with the man who he brought out there in command do anything, and from the beginning of his leadership, you are aware that Fonadikova was called to disembark on the speakership. It was not so from the beginning. It was not so, my dear brother.
Yeah, it was.
So
a lot of things happening actually. A lot of arm twisting happening. The leader role, so I would do well with the quorum. They could say, oh, the people, they think they're doing it not legal, it's ultra viral. They say, I'll still do business with the quorum. But then the quorum turned out to be headed by a man who lacks the leadership quality, and he has bring about chaos in the house, and people are demonstrating their displeasure with him. They're boycotting session.
Yeah, if the leader of the country lack leadership, you say, since he got there, he even gone to any of the political to any of the opposition to even sit. Let's forget about CDC. Any opposition that you call meeting to have meeting with opposition in this country to have to run this country. The head of the country don't even know. You don't even get leadership. You don't even know anything about leadership. How will the speaker will perform the same way?
So that the man responsible for the thing Kun doing.
I told you, I go back to my scene where the head of the country not even know leadership. So he like the kind of person he brought on board, that the person he wanted. So two of them working the same way. The president doesn't know how to manage this country. So what the speaker will do, you will follow the same step. So my brother, when I waste our time, say, oh, the man, I know what the president is saying, he know leadership.
Yeah, but the speaker taking a friendly salary, but the president he take the vice-president salary. So you see, there's a little difference there.
Yeah, but he wanted the man. So anything the man does in a play, he other than in the same hole.
Okay, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mandela. Okay, so we about to transition to something. Good morning. Good morning.
You see, there's a formula to apply on the speaker. Don't wag my voice. 1 or 2 months from now, who will be a former speaker of the house. Some of us finish overthrowing. Nothing white to say. But let people know that some of us is the one that kicking out. Yeah. I know that be speaker before the year end. Thank you.
Okay, somebody say all the things you're talking, the man will fix it. The man has a capacity to fix it. Good morning.
Yes, morning. Abu Days on Emmanuel Correa is the call for district number 9.
Go ahead from district number 9. You're the final caller.
Okay, Abu, yeah. Anyway, you better know me impressing. I don't want to mention about a very important issue, regarding all this people, all the time, but that's not an issue I want to go for. Yeah, regarding Richard Nangweku. Maybe as a lawmaker in the House of Legislature. You can be one side in the House of Legislature, you're doing series of things. Be one side when it comes to district for county government for, you're doing a government with a partiality. You cannot run an issue on a partiality. What you do to Caesar, do to Caesar. Yeah, as a speaker of the House of Legislature. So I'm not saying that, he Richard Nangweku will be removed by the House of Legislature. The only thing I want to say to him, Richard Nangweku, you have to desist for that hobby. Yeah, when you're not desist for that,
you mean all you want to do is to be fair and get everybody their own money?
To be very sincere, in the House of Legislature. You can be one side, you can be doing a partiality. Yeah, as a speaker of the House of Legislature. So there's my point, Abu. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very kindly. And folks, that's all the time we've got to take calls. It's 1 minute to 9 o'clock. We have talked other issues right here. But a lot said about this drama that unfolded yesterday at the Honorable House of Representatives, from all indication, it seems as though the country is already sufficiently aware about the fact that the speaker leadership doesn't seem to be adding up. His colleagues are getting day by day displeased. The representation, the kind of quality. I mean, they respect the House command. You're no longer seeing the lawmakers, kind of losing it, the attitude, the repetition. It's so very, very demeaning out there. The honor it used to come with is no longer there. So, I mean, people are considering some changes, and I support it. I've always maintained that Richard Kuhn has not convinced me, and from afar, in any way, form, or manner, he has the quality leadership. There are people who aspire for leadership to accumulate wealth and to have, to enjoy the privilege, right? And there are others who have the understanding, the know-how, and they aspire for leadership to direct, and to properly instruct, to build, to organize. So these are the kind of people you need. And unfortunately, for them, they had that. They have Funati. You don't need to know Funati or like him or whatever, but you don't even need to come close. From afar, listen to the man. You see the organization in the man, from the things he do, the things he's carrying out. You know that it has to take leadership to build this. It has to take leadership to run this for this period, right? The signs of leadership are just so easy to detect, but sometimes we are stubborn. We mind, trivial issues like tribe, religion, or party, and sometimes we miss out. You have to have a time to sit down, especially when it's at the general level. You say, oh, you're the ordinary people, but at that point that you could not detect, to identify and recognize. Richard, we brought all the things here during that time to tell you. No, Richard, when you we grab records, we share with you, we told you, but hey, some of men are bent today. Now you get it. The only solution the man got to issue come, I was suspend. Sergeant, you pull the man outside. I saw somebody talk. Sergeant, you pull it, you drag the man outside. We suspend you for 2 weeks. We suspend you for 6 months. I pay. At that level. But again, we are watching. And so we will keep watching. Let's break, and we'll come back. We'll talk other issues right here on Freedom 87.9. Let's break.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you will report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must take it. I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stop for Liberia. From the center to interior. Crime stop. Keeping us safe. Let's stopping crime for all of Crime stop. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime stop. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stop for Liberia. From the center to interior. Crime stop. Keeping us safe. Let's stopping crime for all of
Okay. So, these are very interesting moments. You know, when we were out here on these radios and of course behind these microphones, warning and educating our people that look, the way you're running that legislature in Uncle, Labrador people watching, we sufficiently educated our people. You didn't pay attention. You feel, oh, you have the power, you can do whatever. You leave for nothing. You give any good reason why you won't move for nothing. You didn't listen. Now, opinion polls across the country conducted by different media organizations and independent election monitoring bodies are indicating lastly that incumbents in the legislature have been massively flocked in the different polls that are being conducted across. Incumbents, the lawmakers, and the Liberian Poll 2029, that thing they be telling you, oh, they will not happen, they will not come by here live. Me, I believe in the power of talking. Just talk. Develop the capacity to make your point. Make argument what we ought to sit down and listen to you. Maybe the first time you talk, they will not agree. Then they listen again. And they will not agree. And then they listen. At some point, right? Because they'll see the connection, the consistency in your line of thought. And then they will see the attitude of the other party. They'll start to realize where truth lies. They will find out their own truth by themselves. And this is where we are going to. When we argue here, we say, oh, comparatively, the Honorable Speaker Dan Fonantikofa was legislatively leading and running the place. He was pursuing reforms. He was deliberate about transformation. He was deliberate about responsible and balanced legislative practices. These things were clear, it was leaned down, and he was very inclusive. So he was setting an example that the larger society could even copy on. That meant assemble a team reflective of a broad-based representation. You have people from different parties, ALP, PLP, CDC, Unity Party. He assembled all of them. That is a characteristic of a good national leader who, beyond the election, beyond the politics, when it comes to leadership, he identifies quality, competence, and resourcefulness. He sees it in you, he brings you on board. Come sit down on the table, let's work. Beyond tribes, beyond region, beyond this, then those that are so accustomed to the rotten system gang themselves up, they say, oh, let's remove the man. So we evaluated the action against the law. No, they had no legal grounds and basis. But yet still, the president of the day insisted that this was what they wanted. We heard lots of conversation from very powerful people within the Unity Party confirming that they were going to remove this man because the man is not the party loyalist. It's not partisan. But is the man running the horse based on partisan, correctness? No. You understand that? Is the man impeding the executive through his authority to stall issues? No. But you say you won't move the man. You go bring the other man. And all of you. So this kind of must say Bon County, member Briggs Mensa. When it's always argued that, oh, let's elect let's elect people, let's elect women, more women. Women are sober, women, and can take their time to make decisions, blah blah. So remember who are the women we trusted, and when they see the law, they see it. Well, remember begin a person. As soon the nurse played on this, as soon people talking too much, she tell him she wants to go on this side. She tell him she wants to go on this side. She tell him she wants to go on this side. Undermining the national effort that we all are making. Remember to him she run with you. And this kind of people responding. There's a young man, William Thomason, Tolibo Thomason. That is the name in district number 6, Brown County now. Remember? Be passing around, be talking all kind of things. The real time will come. They won't Fonati, man, where all of y'all go. Right? Y'all seen it like Fonati thing, but it was a country thing. Y'all be overlooking us here, we sit on here. You see, this radio is very powerful. You see Freedom FM? Mm-hmm. We control the minds and heart of the people. Whether you like us or not. Because we broadcast responsible content. Yes, we can be, very, 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 very forceful. But again, the nation sees our consistency in the things we say and the education in what we send out to them. We're talking about the law matter, we'll either find a lawyer who come, or we rely on someone who read and they will provide analysis. We guard the conscience of the people, we guard the decision of the people, we lead them. In the face of the propaganda that was in this country, for us to have maintained the CDC base consistently, for the president to have obtained over 800,000 votes in the 2023 election, you think it just happened? When the entire Liberian media was rallying against the CDC government, were there consistently for 6 years. These voices, these young people you can see will go play and say, oh, that is small boy, that's small boy. We save, we labor, we struggle to save this country based on truth telling. People passing around blackmailing us. But at the end of the day, the reality is here now. What do we have? A system of failure, breakdown, corruption, stealing, nepotism, favoritism, tribalism, breakdown everywhere. That's all. These were the things we were warning against. Well, again, we are back. And this is going to take me to a very, very important conversation about the state of affairs in our country and the way political decisions are being made vis-a-vis the resurgence or the reintroduction of tribal politics in Liberia that's becoming worrisome. And it's important we start to have conversation about this. Like last week, there was a whole statement written by folks from the Salaye, Zozo, Vonjama area there in Lofa, flagging their discontent with their uncle, the president of the republic, for simply, in what they believe, for simply rewarding the political dividend of the struggle they took on the basis of recognizing a traditional, relationship, in spite of the fact that there were particle development going into the county, but they all rally understanding or respecting the traditional values that subsist between the kindreds in Lofa, or the tribal people in Lofa, that sees the Kisi as uncle and most of the others as nephews, and they know the relationship, they can talk about it more, right? So since their uncle was contesting for president, nothing could have made better reason for them to go against him, since traditionally he is the uncle. So they all rallied, right? They said we supported this man. But then fast forward, the election is won and the political dividends are being shared. So they express their bitterness in the fact that after they fought together and secured the victory, to the point where even the Loma, Pele, and Madingo districts in Lofa, right? No, the Madingo district I went to see, but the Loma and Pele districts in Lofa significantly fell for the Unity Party and Bwaka presidency to that of the Kisi district, right? The Kisi district. So they believe that they should have more stake in the government than what they have currently. They argue that across the government, there is no cabinet position occupied by a Loma mayor or a Pele mayor. So they feel that their uncle has not reciprocated, the favor. So that is a red flag they're raising. And all of these conversations are just still on what I would consider tribal politics. Tribal. When politics are defined by tribes, are defined by region, are defined by tradition, right? This is how it plays out. Then people start to demand dividend based on tribal connections and all of that, or relationship and all of that. And that is asking uncle, niece, nephew, and father, brother, and whereby, right? Politics and governance and leadership should not be that way, because the country is made this is a heterogeneous society. We're mixed people, right? We are mixed of different tribes, different religion, different traditional practices, background. Yeah, there is some commonality, but we have uniqueness in respective ways. So, but when you introduce or build or tailor the politics on tribe, then you try to minimize recognition for those other people who are not within your tribal lineage. So the Lofa people are arguing, say the president has been tribal, is considering only Hikisi people, and then with few other Bandi people. Now, and if you look across the government, obviously you see that that argument is actually real. About 50 to 60% of the entire setup of the government, from minister proper to deputy to assistant to managing director, and all of the deputies and directors and other things there, right? Across the government, even in the private sector, in awarding government contracts and all of that, there is a general consensus that national governance is being tribalized. And a country like Liberia, it's important, based on our history and our experience, to understand clearly the danger associated with tribal politics. And this broadcast is a warning, or is a reminder to the president that there is a need for readjustment, realignments, and of course, restructuring. You see, this country is a republic that everybody contributes to, that everybody pays their tax towards, and all of that. And the dividends has to go across, and it must not be tailored on tribal relationship. When that starts to happen, then you're ostracizing the rest of the other people. And these things have got consequences. So now, I have a video of the president's most beloved person right now, Thomas P. Fala, in Lofa, affirming and justifying clearly that whatever you see happening is happening not because of Liberia, but it's happening because of their desire for Foya and Kisi and blah, 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 blah. Thereby, subdividing the national commitment, or surrendering the commitment that should be national to just a section of the country. Because these are very powerful people in the country right now. This man has the ears of the president. This man was just gowned by the president. You understand? So when Fala speaks, it's not just an ordinary thing for you to just look at. He sits in a very comfortable position right now. He communicates almost a policy statement to a larger extent because he has that proximity, he has that opportunity with the president. The president has reposed that degree of confidence in him. You saw here in the president broke cola nuts. You saw the president gowning the man. The president also made comments. That's in the man. But let's listen together what Fala had to say in Foya before we can go any further. You understand? So I want to restart this. Okay. Okay.
We can no longer afford to lose our blood and blood to share for no reason. We call it on all of our presidents in the region, the MRU. Let us negotiate, let us dialogue to solve. Our brothers and sisters, we can no longer afford to lose our blood and blood to share.
When it went for that solemn
all
thing.
of our presidents in the region, the MRU, let us negotiate, let us dialogue to solve this problem. I said thank you so much to my elders, the people of Foya. One Foya, one agenda. Like I said to you people, they want to get us distracted for political reason, and I will emphasize here, Foya today, going today, and tomorrow, we're moving in one direction. We are moving one direction, and nobody going to change that. No politicians will come here and divide us, except I'm not here, or all of us, we are not here anymore. Joseph Yuma Baga is the president of this country. We are under obligation. He's on the Kisi tribe. We are under obligation to protect him. We are under obligation to support.
Okay. So there's a line of argument that the deputy speaker was putting in Foya. When the issue happened at Solomba, the entire country took upon it. They didn't take it because it was a Foya thing. They said it was a national issue, national sovereignty crisis, and what have you. And the national leader gets there, right? But chooses to address the matter from a limited sectional viewpoint, right? Right? That this is a Foya thing. This is about us. This is a Kisi thing, and the president is Kisi. So, I mean, all of us, we are here, and we are supporting the president because we are Kisi. We are supporting the president, not necessarily because the president is knowledgeable and can deliver, or the president has this, has that, but he's a Kisi man. So, going forward, we are united. We are Kisi people. We are one Kisi people.
Support him and his government. And that's all we want.
So, it's like you take your time, you ask Fala, Mr. Thomas Fala, why have you chosen to support His Excellency Joseph Numa Boaka's presidency? And Fala tells you, we support him because he's Kisi and nobody will divide us. We are united. We are one Kisi people. Do we need that in the country right now? I thought with Fala's experience in leadership and the time he has been around and all of that, Fala would rather be arguing generically. And will also be pinpointing leadership qualities, right? Visions, programs that appeals to national consciousness. But no, Fala at a level says they're making a decision, the men are Kisi man, we all Kisi, we're from Foya, and so we're supporting. So this is tribal politics. And that's the point I'm trying to make. And it's bad, it's dangerous.
All of our citizens across this country, because of the good job he's doing, the development path he's on, our country is on the right path. We understand there are issues. There will always be issues. Even the great America today and the Bumbali.
Okay. So you see, he's a Kisi man, and so we are all Kisi, and the path is on. He's doing development. Our country is on the right path, even though he's not sure about that, right? But he's saying it. But the actual express reason for his support to the president is that the men of Kisi, the oil riding, because first of all, Kisi and Traub should not have even surfaced in these kinds of conversation. But this is the reason why they may support, which is a dangerous reason, right? Because mind you now, there are other people supporting President Boakai that are Grebo, for example, but they are not looking at him through a tribal lens. Because mind you now, you have a Grebo man that wants to be president in Ellis Cummings. But in their own, patriotic evaluation of the both candidates, they believe by whatever standard that Boakai is a better candidate than Cummings, which is fair enough. But they did not say that, oh, I have a Grebo man here, so all other reason, right, to hell with them. So going to the Grebo man. And you rally all the other Grebo people. No matter what, we're Grebo people, and Cummings is running to be president of the country, so Grebo board our time, blah, blah, and other things. It's dangerous. And you understand? So, Fala was not a part of, and the reason I'm bringing this, Fala was not a part of the president's campaign or the president's election. Fala was reached out to. Fala was encouraged to join, right? So it is based on the messaging to Fala. It is based on the way Fala was campaigning to, how he was encouraged to join, right? People did not make nationalistic, appeals to Fala, but people made tribal appeals to Fala, and several other people have been reached out to that same means. To that same means. So there where it becomes very worrying. Right? That way it becomes very worrying. When the president starts to put tribal issues first on his plate, start to send a message that, oh, that Kisi people think here, that this are, so you got to come, or then you move from there, you go, you say, oh, that Lufa thing here. I thought it is a Republic of Liberia thing, and it should always be carried that way. But mind you, these writings were on the wall way before now. Right? Liberty Party founder.
Not to separate us.
Councillor Bromskin said it. Liberty Party founder, Councillor Bromskin said it. Right? So let's listen to Councillor Bromskin a little bit.
Not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore. Joe used to be my friend. He too might have been a friend of Bromsky when I came home. Not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore. Joe used to be my friend. He too might have been a friend of Bromsky when I came home.
Okay, let me get the longer version. This one is shorter, right? I get the longer version. Where you will hear Councillor Bromsky clearly.
You know, when the young men and women started FOB in this country, none of them saw themselves as Congo people or country people. It was never about dividing our country or tearing it apart. It was about changing a system of government that was not good for our people.
Mm-hmm. That's what it should be about.
These young men and women of the 90s heard about what the men and women of the 70s did. The Gabriel Barker Matthews, the Amos Sawyer, the Joe Mason, the Tupana Tipote. There too. Was that because they were Congo, or because they were country, or because they belonged to any particular tribe, or because they wanted to change a system of government?
Okay. So then we ask the question, what did our president wanted to be president for? Did he want to be president because he is Kisi? To give all of the privileges to Kisi people? And deny other people? And consider tribe above competence and qualification? And consider county over the national spirit?
And that is what we aspire to do today.
It's important to ask these questions, especially when the entire environment.
Since he decided to run for the presidency, I don't think Joe and I have agreed on much. But there's one thing I agree with him about. No Congo man should be president of Liberia again.
You listen to that? Nobody declared that. And the man who declared that is the president today. It is the height of tribalism that leads a person to spew such a divisive and unpatriotic utterance against a group of people that equally bears and carry the same duties and responsibility to the country just as you are. But to begin making hateful declarations against a certain group of people speaks to the nature and the character of the figure. So when that man becomes president and we start to see...
But there's another side of that story.
Wait a minute. And we start to see LRA, Kingsman, Finance, Kingsman, FIA, Kingsman. And just everywhere you think about Central Bank, relative. So you see, there was the writing on the wall.
Joe, no countryman should be president of Liberia either. What Liberia needs today is a true Liberian who is most qualified to...
And this is our argument. The political conversation must be surrounded around and the debate must be centered on, right? Arguing over who has the policy, who has the competence, who has the know-how, who has what it takes, the vision, who has the connection to deliver our country. And now who speaks what dialect, or who dresses in what way, or who prays in what way, but who has the technical understanding. And then they get included and appointed. Now who wears what color of party t-shirt? Leadership and governance should go beyond that. But is the president delivering that? No.
country. It doesn't matter whether you are Kru or Grebo, whether you're Madingo or Kran, whether you're Basso or Pele or Gio or Mano. If you are,
everybody should have a position or a chance to lead. You can form a government of your exclusively your tribal men. 60 to 70% dominated from one section of the country. That is unfair, lack of equity. It is a form of injustice to the rest of the people. And this is a serious and dangerous precedent that the country cannot keep remaining silent on, because guess what? Today, people may not speak out about it, but you don't know what tomorrow will be like, what the reactions of the people will be like. And this is why it has to be condemned, it has to be spoken about, it has to be flagged. And that's what we are doing. It's an uncomfortable truth, but we have to say it. Right?
and you are qualified to lead the country, it is time that you step forward and lead.
The first and foremost requirement should be that you are a Liberian, you are qualified, ready, competent to serve the country. You must step forward and lead. Does Mr. Barker considers that? Go to the executive mansion. If you give chance, you don't necessarily need to speak English to carry out the deal's work, because almost everybody speaks Kisi. You can just have your conversation in Kisi and just go about and do the work and go home.
I don't understand why Joe will run away from his record. He's been first president for 12 years, Joe. I want to take tonight to challenge you. Come out. You and those fellas you got supporting you. Let's put our record forward. Let's put our vision forward.
And when the debate came to this, the old man doesn't suffice. He takes the debate from these kinds of issue-based conversation to a rather more empathetic, sympathetic, tribal conversation that identifies people and put a tag. Then people started saying, oh yeah, Kingsmill, yeah, man, I love our mail, I love our presidential, I love our diesel. It's dangerous. That is shielding ineptitude and I'm not going to use Konzabronsky. Let me hold out there, you know, right? But now, let me say something about what I believe is very dangerous about tribal-last politics in a third world country, especially using Liberia as a case study. When you're third world already, you're underdeveloped, you're struggling with a lot of basic social services, you're challenged infrastructurally, capacity-wise, you have deficits across almost every system and sector existing in the country. So you need leadership. You need leadership. You need well-grounded leadership, right? With the understanding and the technical know-how, and then as complex your problem is already as a third world nation, then when you invite tribal-last politics in such a jurisdiction, so the only guarantee feature is chaos, most likely. And there are examples to that, right? Because tribal politics in the actual sense of the word will mean that a system putting or an individual putting his or her ethnic group first in a heterogeneous society, putting his or her tribal group first above, right, the whole country, instead of the whole country where their decisions and their considerations identifies their kinsmen first before the rest of the country. That, when you notice it in any society, then the politics there is trouble, like we see today. Like the guys in Lufa are already complaining, the folks in Nimba are complaining, and other parts of the country are already complaining. In many third world nations like Liberia, this kind of politics causes serious problem. Right? Using Liberia as an example, what it does is when the politics is riddled in tribalism, sectionalism, all of that, it brings about division, heightened division, right? Have we all not cried about the width, the length of divisions and discrimination and hatred in the country today? Because when people see that they go for a job and they deny the job because they do not speak a certain dialect, they're not from a certain county, they deny the contract because they're not speaking a certain dialect and they're not from a certain county, then division will grow further. Mistrust. When leaders favor their own tribe, other groups feels left out. This creates anger and mistrust between citizens. Citizens become angry. They start to distrust each other. And in Liberia, history shows that tribal favoritism has often led to tension between groups. For example, like Councillor Bromsky, all they were playing, the American Liberian and the indigenous Liberian rivalry. The Gio Emmanuel issues in Nimba, right? The general Gio and Madingo issue, and all of that. So, no leader must come to walk in that path of promoting and leading the country to tribalism or tribal consideration, kinsmanship, and all of that. What it also does is it shields and exposes or bring to bear poor leadership choices. Poor leadership choices. When decisions in politics are based on tribe, the leadership choices become very poor. You put people into places who do not have the qualifications, the expertise, and you cannot remove them anymore because they're your kinsmen and you're guided by kinsmanship and tribalism. So they're there and your choices are bad. The country is suffering. Tribal politics makes people vote wrongly. When they're voting wrongly, instead of considering the best people to lead, right? They consider the kinsman. The kids were Lofa. And some of the brothers are complaining there. And they're even preferring now that George Weah should have remained. Conflict and instability. And some of the conflict may not be physical conflict, but you see that there will be a lot of, there are several ways that conflicts happen between people. The worst danger is violence. When one tribe feels oppressed, they may fight back, obviously. Or obviously, when the rest of the other people start to feel oppressed and all of that, and they deny opportunity, right themselves, they may fight back. The 1989 to 2003 civil unrest in this country, there is no way you can take away the fact that tribal marginalization played a significant role. And if anybody should understand the history of that, it should be the current president of the country, Mr. Joseph Nima Boakai. Mr. Boakai, this alarm about inequality in your governance decision, your leadership choices, and all of that, it's worrisome. Leave all of the cities, you take a university project, you carry to Lofa. You leave the capital city of Lofa, you carry to Foya. What other thing defines that more than tribalism? Tribal politics slows development. And I think we've seen the example already. Tribal politics, because it erodes accountability, and people are just operating because they think they're protected by something more than due diligence requirement. People can carry Sasa in the personal compound early morning, they sing Kissy song, they sit down with him. Oh, Tamba is over there. Tamba get that project. So the whole thing spoiled right there. So development processes will not be delivered on time because kinsmanship will be the bargaining chip. And the country will suffer. That is why we're going to 3 years counting. This government that makes the loudest noise about projects and roads and development, all of that, but yet they have not cut a single ribbon to any project in the country. Now, Liberia shows that tribal politics is dangerous based on our history and our experiences, because what it does is it divides the people extremely, it weakens government, right? And causes conflict in the worst case scenario. For the country to move forward, our president and our leaders, right, must put Liberia first, and in that Liberia first must consider all of the 16 or 18 recognized tribes in the country and treat them equally, right, and make decisions in the country based on the skills and quality that any human being in the country can offer. That is our one cent to the president this morning on this growing wave and alarm about tribalized politics and decisions in the country. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. And I know there are a lot of folks, they're working places where their bosses have some connection to LOFA and they feel like they're free from accountability and they're taking some decisions, taking action. They feel immune to accountability and all of that. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Okay, I'm Joseph David. I'll call you from District 16.
Go ahead.
You know, what you just said rings a lot of bells to me. Because the last time I checked, all of the appointments that have been made, 76% from LOFA. Out of the 76% that are from LOFA, 90% are Kisistra. You understand what I'm saying? So you see the balance, 24% belong to the other 14 counties.
Which is unfair.
So yes, it is unfair. Because you have found out that out of the 15 tribes during Joshua time, every district there, even if you were not equally, but every county was present, every tribe was present. But unlike this one, I'm disappointed in a statement where Thomas Fala made. You are disappointed. And my recommendation to you is, when we enter the campaign, that should be a hint clip that should be played every day. That Thomas Fala said that the better kissing, so your boy, so you must be kissing. That clip must be ringing every day. It must be shared to all of the opposition station there or whatever station there, so that when people will hear it. I'm disappointed in that segment. You are playing.
Okay.
No wonder why everybody, every other appointment for LOFA, and now for LOFA, out of LOFA you get 90% for kissing.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Disappointments everywhere, and of course, nobody's going to be excited about that. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
You are saying about this morning. I've been following you up. I'm D. Moses calling from Sanu County. You know, the travel issue concerning about Guagai is very serious. Because for the Genesis, can you imagine we told people that this man will not even the country and this is how he's proceeding. He just want for everyone to hit each other. Or you know, we just had to fight by as a Liberian. We had to unify ourselves in this country. Because if you just man brother policy will destroy the country. The country will power and will not be compared to before. The only thing we can do, the best time to unify the country is just we have to come back to the man. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing, bro?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me take this time to appreciate you for the subject discussion. My name is Azampi. I'm joining for Douala Market right in my sector, following you with this topic. You know, the gentleman I met the town recently, they said, if tired, nobody fight, nobody everybody there. So, Faga people, if we say cool, whatever we take you, they put it up on you, stop it, stop it, they play the same. You know how they talk in Lupa? Look how they come talking about kissing, but they're not seeing it also. They made it making too much of mistakes, man. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Mistakes for me. Good morning. I'm okay. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
I'm thinking we're calling for you and the more concern. Abu, thank you for the opportunity. Abu, they go out here. You will get money for the president official. And Abu, they want to pay for people you know for the government 2 years for what is very simple. And I don't know all what the place. When the president comes in, or that the official comes in, you will get money for the man, Abu. We are doing anything for the channel, but nothing will get money now, Abu. They mayor, they woman, they mention to be easy woman. Some of us are talking, they're going to be easy woman. Abu, they mayor, I can always say, every platform, not the word, nothing will get money.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, President Abu Shabi.
Morning.
Good morning to our patriotic regional partners. My name is Robert that John D. has dedicated conversation for the community where our people are finding difficult access to power and water instead of more than stay with current community fetcher. You just thank you so kindly for the talking point. Fetcher, you see, these are the things that we told our brothers who are propagating the message of those evil guys, all the Unity Party boys. I mean, see the leadership building now of Mr. Parker. How do you say that the Golden State? That's the reason why you see problems in every sector of the country. Look at what some of us were saying. And we told them the entire country that Lova SC. The entire country that Lova SC. You go to Foreign Minister that come from where you from Lova. You go to who there? Jala, somewhere, Lova. You can't be able to set up who there? Somewhere, Lova. You go to LTA. Hey, now who play by Lova SC? The FAR commission, all FAR, who they are no fear. How you want control the day? How you want us to make progress? I mean, we see that those guys got a deal, like other legislator, and I don't want to do my saying to it because I knew that.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
I'm one of the listeners. I'm Smith, body from Canaville.
Well, what is your name? Smith.
From Canaville, part of the concern that pray for justice. Yeah. You know, Brother Abu, the 80-year-old Oyapta have brought the country down, the reputation of the country. We have always told people that the country, no matter the because we in our future already, because we were born in the 80s, now the war has been, every other thing to carry up our control of wetland, but we got to prepare the country for our unborn generation. Even the generation that coming, they could be better. They probably are looking at pressure to support the country. Now coming, will pick the paper up. And nothing can make the paper to remain there. Why continue to bring us trouble issue here? You see, those things are brought away in the fight for not to do those, continue to suppress people. When people start to protest for the rest, then you will start to use the police to shoot at peaceful citizens. For what thing? You're not more than the country. You're not more than the Constitution. The Constitution is being president of the Republic of Liberia. That's the Constitution. You continue to step on the Constitution. Why the 80-year-old mafia from Poya take his head of it?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead. You're live. Okay. You seem not ready yet. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my son, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, Veteran Pa, calling from Justice Day, concern Liberia for Justice. Abu, thank you very much. I said the same statement on the So, they got there. Special like you see government for 4 years. Let me tell you this. All the minister, director, everybody from 4 years. I was there, I was talking, I was speaking during that time. All the government will be from Southeast. We are appointed from Southeast. Southeast are 5 countries. They got for Grand Crew. They got Mewen, they got Robert Jean, they got Grand Chile, they got Sando, they got Grand Crew. All the countries and the mayor brought people there. And that's for Grand Crew and they met all the county minister. They were talking about going there, public preaching. Then the money part of them getting the government, working the government down today. We are suffering. They can't open their money because they're not able to store their own bowl. Now, Morocco and Madigo man, they go and you cry. What for you go? You can't try again. The old man will be passing around with one day. Now, like, who better you whether you have to tell it, he say one day.
That government, you got to take now talking to the government.
Where can I go, man?
Okay, all right. Thank you. Because, good morning. Good morning.
You can't go.
Hey, Toya, forget.
You want post question to my sister. Let you talking to who the government. Now government.
No, we gotta respect. No, we gotta respect the people, the God people now. God, and the men of God. We gotta respect the men of God.
Okay, that crossfade of stay. That crossfade of stay.
Now because they own board, they still God people now.
Oh, that was say they are on board. You should be on board, Abu.
But why you can be on board? God doesn't say you must work, but Jada, you
working. No. God call you to do the work.
Yeah, but
when they pay you salary, just do the God work. But don't move for it and go on work out. You say work shoot.
Okay. All right. Forget about that one. Now let's talk about the whole country now. Nothing to tribal team. People racing around. They say, oh, so Lofa people and Kisi people in the government. Even in Lofa, the other tribe they say they're not there. Everything coming from Foya.
Foya. All the politics in government, what they put all what they play over my looking at you, I can get angry with you. Don't say I know me, I know. What a minister who there? What a foreign minister who there?
Okay.
No, don't say that kissing people. The other men are bringing today. Who they bringing and never let's stop on it. Why say when I run because they get 1%, you somewhere. That they messing your poor kissing people, whether you my people, you love my or you doesn't. You get down for you. That will kiss for your boy. Pass. Kiss for your inner. I'm a kissing many hair. Tell me now what going on? What going on? Say, as you pretend I don't know you. I cannot let. For me, you're talking it. And person, we are here kissing for you now. The one person I want to kissing camp. We want to kissing.
So, but you think I want a good thing?
No, it's very bad. The person we are Luga almost. Someone extra is the side. I know. But I'll tell you one job for Lofa to get all day and Master and step all day. They say you got God when I was being wet. That they see the pocket. You will not anything. You will not go for them to some pocket. Why you doing that? Because when you do well on to see for all our phone. Yes, you mark like to they buy. Oh, not for you. We want out of the show. Then they bring the team rest. You are speechless. He said, oh, we are going to sell it, so you will come back again, but you told the red, you carry it for it. You told the red for you carry it. What are the different today? You said, what pay? The Imam will for me. Why do Imam pay? Imam pay. You pay there? The man get that Kalabure. Thank you, my child.
Okay, thank you very kindly. Take 2 more calls, and of course, the call day right here on Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name is what? Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to give a little advice to that people that working on this issue that the government is a journalist in all this one. For me, I don't want my Liberian people to bear their uncle because too much uncle can lead to the decision.
No, nobody angry. People only expressing their democratic views about what is happening in their country. That's good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Momo Kebawe. I'm joining you from Singo, New Matari.
Go ahead, Momo.
You know, I feel disappointed in this government, and when I hear people praising this government, it hurt me a lot because Just imagine the same thing they were criticizing the past government for is the same thing they are doing. Then now they want to take the praises the government is posting of development. That's the same development that the past president will carry on. And today you're criticizing your current power, then you're praising development. Joanna Road is opening, the government is paying road, the government is doing this. That is not anything for you to boast of, because as a government has the responsibility. But one of the new responsibilities as a government is to provide jobs for your citizens. Just imagine today in Liberia, how many Liberians are providing jobs for Liberians. You can see it, but the foreigners today are the ones who provide a job for their citizens. And today I can say majority of Liberians are employed by foreigners or companies. The government is not providing jobs for the citizens. That is one of the things that the government should be focusing on, because the people, the citizens are suffering. Don't want to help them. Everyone is dependent on the government. The government is collecting all the taxes, all the resources. So they are the only one who benefit. If you don't work in government, mean that you can benefit from government. It's so sad for Joseph Parker to run this country in a way that is going.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I have to hold it there. Our time is up, and this is all the time we've got to be here. Folks, this is how I like to bring the curtains down on this Wednesday morning presentation of the nation's most listened to breakfast conversation, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. And I've been here since 7:30 this morning, serving you breakfast. My name is Abu Sharif, and this is how I like to go home. Until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Ayo, 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 ayo.